MoDOT and the Missouri State Highway Patrol preparing to be on standby for emergencies throughout the area, just in case if you're traveling for the next couple of days. Color 10's Joshua Pineda is live at the State Highway Patrol headquarters. Josh, good morning. What are some things people need to know if we are traveling as we progress throughout the day today?
Well, Jim, first things first, if you can't tell by how crazy my hair's been going all over the place, the wind has just picked up in what seemed like in a matter of 5 minutes. The flags on the poles are going everywhere. But after initially talking with the Missouri State Highway Patrol and MoDOT, they said they're both ready for the winter weather, but suggest to the public to stay home if you can today, especially during the 7 a.m. to the 12 p.m. hour.
Again, if at all possible, stay home. So just take your time, increase your following distance to several seconds, 5 or more seconds from the person that you're following to give.
Now, Sergeant Michael McClure says that the State Highway Patrol will be ready and available to assist anyone in need. He says he understands that we are 3 days away from Christmas, and if you're planning on traveling today, that it is up to you as a driver to modify your behavior according to the conditions of the weather and towards the traffic. Now, I also spoke with MoDOT, who gave me a couple of reminders for the public to know about, especially if you're going to be on the roads today. For many snowplow operators, this is their first winter event. MoDOT asks that you give their operators plenty of space if you happen to be behind one of them. Do not try and pass the snowplow operators or try and cut them off. Just because you can see the snowplow operators does not mean that they can see you. And because the weather will be in the negatives today, salt and chemicals that would normally be used won't be as effective. MoDOT says since it will mostly be snow, they can just blow it right off. And coming up later in the show, I will show you basic necessities to have in your car if you're going to be traveling today in case of an emergency.
And if you plan on doing any kind of driving today, multiple law enforcement agencies and the city's social media pages recommend that you have some supplies in your car to be safer. We go out live now to Color 10's Joshua Pineda, who has more information on these items that you should have in case of an emergency. Josh, good morning.
Yeah, Jenna, right now I'm seeing plenty of cars here on Kearney Street. Maybe they're heading to work, maybe they're heading to a Walmart to gather some last-minute supplies ahead of the storm. But if you're going to be doing any kind of traveling today, here are some basic necessities that you should have in your car if you do get stuck in an emergency. And one of them right now I'm wearing actually is a blanket. Right now it's right now it's about 23 degrees and it's only going to get colder from here, guys. So if you are stuck out in emergency where Missouri Highway Patrol or someone's coming to rescue you, definitely have this blanket on hand because you're gonna want to warm up. Trust me. Another thing you always want to have with you is having this first aid kit on hand in case you get into an accident. And if you do get into an accident, please stay in your cars. If you start sliding on the highway or you're stuck, don't get out of the cars because that's how more accidents could happen if you potentially come out of your car and another car can come hit you. But having a first aid kit is always nice and ready to have on hand. And of course, you gotta have your water bottles with you. You want to stay hydrated. And this one actually borrowed from Jen's lunchbox this morning is a couple of Pop-Tarts and some protein bars in case you're hungry, because you never know how long it could take for crew workers to come out there. So you're definitely going to want to have these in your car and ready to go if you get hungry. And don't worry, Jen, I got that text message. I will definitely be putting these back in your lunchbox when I come back to the station. And another thing, guys, is just to make sure you have your phone ready, charged in case of an emergency or need to call Missouri Highway Patrol or 911 for someone to come and rescue you. Reporting in Springfield, I'm Joshua Pineda, Ozarks First.
All right, phone and charger, have that on hand. Thanks, Josh, and do bring back that food. I will need that later. Thanks, Josh. Stay warm out there.